Once upon a time, there was a young girl who loved to do things right by the world. You could call it a passion, crossing her T's and dotting her I's. This young, naive girl prided herself as Miss Perfect in school, a world of A's and B's, and her first C in the 3rd grade. Why, of course, she pouted and shed tears over this disgrace. As the years progressed, this girl, still naive, thought that her accumulation of C's meant she knew the strife and journey of being in last place. The girl thought she knew failure. The girl got to believe this until the ripe age of 27. This girl is me. What changed, you may ask? Well, no different than any other 20-something-year-old's midlife crisis, I regretted my college major, picked a new career, and embarked on a journey to earn a certification that might just guarantee my future this time. CPIM. That was the abbreviation of the certification that might very well change my future.
I was an all-A student growing up. I always got perfect grades. I was perfect in behavior except for talking sometimes. I was very much a perfectionist. And looking back at it, a lot of that was symptoms of OCD that I had in my childhood, trying to be perfect all the time. And unfortunately extended to my education. I also grew up in an environment where education was not very challenging, and it wasn't very honest work. It wasn't very hard, honest, like true work with true grit involved. It was very easy stuff, and people priding their children over very little accomplishments in the scope of the world. My parents tried to be different. They tried to encourage me to challenge myself. By my parents, I mean my mom, because she was the main one involved in my education. But she could only do so much. She was not the teacher in the classroom. She was not the board setting up the curriculum for the school year. There's only so much she could do. And I basically never actually found that challenge throughout school. I thought I did. I thought when I took chemistry in high school and AP human geography in high school, I felt like those challenged me, because for the first time I was getting C's on my tests and D's on my tests and getting C's as my overall class grade. But eventually I was able to fight through and end up with a B as my overall class grade in those classes. So that was like a tiny bit of version of challenge, but it wasn't really like true hard grit, failing over and over again challenge. I got to college and I chose a fairly easy major, anthropology. And anthropology could have been a little bit more challenging if the teachers made it that way. Some teachers were that way, but 50% of the teachers weren't that way. Eventually I switched majors so I could take other classes that had a little bit more challenge, a little bit more mental stimulation. I changed to interdisciplinary studies major, which means you can just pick whatever you want to pick. But no matter what, I still didn't get that much challenge outside of astronomy class, macroeconomics, and pretty much that's it. Oh, and like a ecological class I took on primates one time. Those were the most challenging classes that actually got my brain working, that I actually had to study for, and actually saw myself fail a little bit before finally getting a good grade. But it's only now that I'm 27 years old and I'm an adult, and I am studying for the certification called Certification of Planning and Inventory Management by the Association of Supply Chain Management, that I am actually experiencing a real challenge. I'm actually experiencing repeated failure and not doing good on my quizzes that I'm taking online in order to prepare for a test I have to take in 2 weeks. And it's been a very humbling experience. It's been very emotional for me. I've had to talk a lot to my partner, who has a master's degree in chemical engineering, so she understands what it's like to struggle and fail and have to keep going anyways. She has that master's degree. She had her undergrad in chemistry, which is one of the harder things to do. She knows what it's like to have unfair teaching methods, unfair teachers, and I don't. I have a very hard time accepting unfair teachers and unfair teaching methods. And that was a big reason why I had to avoid any type of STEM or really challenging work in college, because I mentally could not handle the unfairness of the situation surrounding these academic endeavors that shouldn't be this way, but that's just the way they are. It's just the fact that there's lead out classes. There's just the fact that teachers will cut off office hour times from you and not allow you to come in and see them. It's just the fact that teachers will be assholes and not help you actually with your studying that you need help with. And my mind couldn't mentally handle, at the time in college, at the young, ripe age of 18, I couldn't handle dealing with that type of rigorous classwork and then having a non-supportive teacher. And so that's why I think I shied away from anything too challenging. And even now, this challenge with CPIM is not the hardest challenge in the world. It's no chemical engineering, but it's more than I've had to experience. And so in that way, I feel like I failed my education, or my education has failed me. Because what's the point if there was no challenge, if there was no rigor? What's the point if I didn't really learn academic integrity, you know? I thought I had all these good qualities and skills and traits that I had learned over the years, but really I've learned nothing. Just don't be like me. Actually challenge yourself in school growing up. Don't be afraid of failing. Failing is a good thing because you're learning. You learn better sometimes through failure because you learn all the wrong ways and all the ways in which something is not done. And maybe if I had failed a little more, I wouldn't have work anxiety at my jobs.
I'm out taking a walk in my new neighborhood. It's really nice. But I saw online on an Instagram reel that it's bad to not walk for several hours at a time. And I realize I do that every day. I just sit from 8 to 4:30 at my computer or in a chair. And that's not good for you. You need to take 2 to 3 minute walks every hour. So I want to try doing that now. But yeah, my feet have been feeling very stiff and tender. And I wonder if it's because I sit for so many hours at a time. It probably is. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that I went to the gym this morning with Angel, finally, after a year or two of not doing that. And it wasn't that hard to wake up because I don't know what's different, but basically I've been wearing these nose patches at night that's supposed to help you breathe better by lifting up your nostril. I've been wearing those and I think they're working because I haven't felt as tired as I usually do in the morning. So that's helping, because the whole thing is if you're sleeping at night and you're not getting enough consistent oxygen, it can leave you very tired in the morning. And I have pretty bad nasal allergies, congestion. So I feel like it was doing that to me. It was cutting off my ability to breathe. So now that I can breathe better, have more energy, I can wake up and go to the gym and exercise. I exercise for 30 minutes. I think that's pretty good. But literally, it feels so refreshing to film in a new house. I love this. I have a camera over here. I have my camera right there. I can... it's so nice. I was just getting so tired of the old place. It was just starting to feel dingy and ran through. And I think that I'm the type of person who likes to move houses every 3 to 4 years. I'm trying to follow up with vendors about an ETA on an item. What is it? It's a freezer container, cryovial tube thing container that we need. Cryovial, that's what it says, not cryovial. I'm on my laptop, see? I'm going back through my emails and I'm trying to find the email where I asked for a quote on these items. Because I asked the vendor for a quote on something and he gave it to me, but I can't find that original email. But in an email to another coworker, I let her know that I got the quote from him and I told her what he said. So I have record of that email. So even though I don't have the original email, it's okay. But I really do want to find the original email because it's kind of pissing me off. What's the PO for this? So I have the PeopleSoft number, which is PeopleSoft is the system that my company uses. It's their ERP system. And then, but I need to know what the purchase order number is attached to this PeopleSoft number. So I'm gonna go, hi, this is Asia calling from, I tried sending an email to your customer service email address, but I haven't received a response. I was wondering if I could get a quote on an item. Yes, it is C47995451.
Unfortunately, you will need to receive that quote from an accounts manager.
Oh, okay. Do you know the correct contact point for it? Because the person that I've been emailing is not responding.
Hey guys, I feel really tired because I'm really cold. I'm in the house right now wearing my full-on North Face jacket, sweatpants, and I have socks on, like thick socks on. Let me show you. Yep, I got my thick yellow socks on. And I'm still cold and still sleepy. I guess it can't be helped. I am working from home today. It is a Wednesday. Soon, a handyman's gonna come in and install our shower door. I'm a little nervous because Angel isn't here. She's out all week on a work trip to Canada. So I've been doing everything by myself. I just want to take a nap. I will say there's not a lot of work to do today. I've already gotten through my emails and it's 9:44. And I'm about to be done looking up ETAs, fresh ETAs. I totally meant to vlog days ago, but I just didn't feel like it, I guess. I wanted to let you know what was going on. Oh, something that's going on is our cat Pepper has like allergies or something, and so he keeps sneezing all the time. So I had to buy some medicine from the pet store, and I've had to force feed it to him. I think it's working because he's not sneezing as much as he was before, but it's very hard to administer this medicine. Like, he fights it. He does not want me to open his mouth, which is very normal for a cat. So, like, why would they accept that? But yeah. Besides that, I went to See's Candy because I'm doing Secret Santa for my job. And I bought my coworker some peanut brittle from See's Candy, a Dallas a Dallas football hat, and gloves, and a gift card to Golden Corral because that's his favorite place to eat. So that's my Secret Santa gift. I really hope I get a good Secret Santa gift. I'm also doing Secret Santa with my friend and her friend, so my old roommate. And for the person I got, I'm giving them shower steamers, which are like scented, and a gift card to Target. With the work Secret Santa, I had to have a minimum of $25 spent, versus the friend Secret Santa was a maximum of $25 spent, so I had to be careful with my money. So sleepy, and I'm like, I shouldn't sleep while someone's in the house working, you know, the guy who's gonna be working on installing the shower door, but like, I want to. Well, that's all I have to say. Oh, I visited Pensacola and it was fun. I really enjoyed my time. Got to hang out with my friend from elementary school. Hey guys. It's a Wednesday. I have off work. I'm using PTO and I woke up around 8 a.m., ate food, and then slept until 12. This type of fatigue can only be caused by one thing, and that is my period, which has started. I don't know, I just think it's funny. My hair is back to normal now. I took out my faux locks because it had been a while with them.